y'all, I'm Courtney and welcome to God Ordained Fitness. Today we're going to do a stretching routine, and it's really great for you to incorporate whether into your workouts or maybe use it for an off day or on a rest day. Before we jump into it, I want to share a piece of scripture coming from Mark 16:15, and it says, He said to them, go into the world and preach the gospel to all creation. That's it, short and sweet, right? That is our mission here. So even when you're hung up in the day-to-day, the mundane, the monotony, just remember that your mission is to go preach the gospel. So we're not finished yet until we've completed that task. And that just might be in your neighborhood, maybe it's at the grocery store, maybe it's in a school, at work, wherever it may be, go preach the gospel. So that's my challenge to you today. All right, let's jump into this stretching, y'all. I'm Courtney, welcome to God Ordained Fitness. Today we're going to do just a stretching exercise or routine. So often I think we forget to stretch after we work out, and it's nice to have something that you can either do quickly or maybe spend a little bit more time doing, or especially on a rest day, incorporate some stretching because it's so important. You don't want to work so hard and then never let those muscles have a chance to elongate and stretch back out, because as you work out, as you lift weights, you're actually shortening those muscle fibers, and we don't want that to happen. We want them to continue to be able to lengthen. So that said, let's do a little bit of stretching warm up here. So we're going to do some arm circles, just slowly backwards. We do this a lot, obviously, to start when we do a workout, but it's also really good just actual stretching, and we'll slow it down and hold these movements as well, okay? All right, now I want you to take one arm, take it across your body. I like to grab my elbow, pull it towards you. You'll feel the stretch here in your shoulder. And I always like to work one muscle and then kind of work the opposing group. So I want you to open this out, and you might even feel it just by doing this, and you'll feel this chest stretch. Also, by kind of pulling your fingers back, I don't feel this stretch, but if I pull my fingers back, oh my goodness, the way it kind of goes down my arm, into my forearm, I feel that. Also, I like to grab a wall behind me, reach back, feel that chest stretch. We're gonna hold that for about 10 seconds. And that's a good time frame to kind of hold your stretches. Hold it for about 10 seconds. You can do it multiple times. But holding it for a lot longer than about 20 seconds is really not as beneficial. You're better off doing 3 or 4 sets of 10 seconds at a time, 15 seconds at a time, but doing multiple reps of it. And then I'm gonna do the other arm. Take it across my body, stretch it out. So I'm working right here, I'm stretching this, and then I'm gonna stretch the opposing side, okay? A lot of times we like to exercise that way too, where we work one muscle group and then we work the opposing muscle group, kind of for balance. Not always, depends on the type of workout, but oftentimes we do that. And then take that arm, reach it back. Again, pull your fingertips back so you get that little extra stretch all the way into that forearm. And then you can reach for a wall behind you. Maybe it's a staircase. If you're at home, maybe it's the couch, a pillar there in your living room, wherever it may be. Stretch that chest, feel it open. Good, now I like to take my hands behind me and try to lift them up your booty. If you don't, you might feel it right there. I like to then just lean forward, let my arms fall, let gravity work a little bit for me, help me out. Might not feel like it's helping you out, it probably hurts, but helping you out. And you probably feel this stretch all the way down your rib cage and had no idea that something could hurt there, but it does. And then I like to kind of just not bounce, but just go side to side, do a little extra different movement. My arms keep falling a little bit further each time. Good. All right, and then I grabbed a resistance band. You could also do this with a towel, a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt or sweatshirt. Really anything works. And you don't really want a band that's super duper stretchy. This is a pretty taut one, it's pretty tight. There's a lot of resistance, so I can't really do quite as much movement here. And what I want you to do is just kind of find a spot that's comfortable, and you're just gonna take this all the way around to your booty, bring it back over the top. If you didn't feel that at all, walk your hands in. And what you're gonna try to do is keep walking those hands in. It's crazy to me to think that I used to be able to do this with my arms about, this far apart. I don't know how, but not anymore. And then if you find a good spot, my hands just slipped. Don't let that happen. Just find a good spot and you can hold it right there. Not too long, again, 8-10 seconds is a great time. We'll do it again. I have my palms kind of going up towards the ceiling. It's kind of the position that I'm in. I'm bringing it all the way down. Whew. And then back up. Who knew your heart rate could get up so much just by stretching, right? And then let's do that again. So find that spot, hold it anywhere 5 to 10 seconds. Feel that stretch, palms to the ceiling. I like to just kind of give it a little back and forth movement. Just just get a little extra, kind of working one side more and then the other. Bring it all the way down and then back up. I know it's painful, huh? It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be comfortable, okay? So I don't want it to be comfortable, but I don't want it to hurt you, but then you're doing more harm than good. One more time. Take it on back. Also, if your arms are bent, it's working differently than if your arms are straight. Oh, take a deep breath in and breathe it out. Good job. And then bring it one more time all the way back up and around. Nice job. All right, I'm gonna take it down to the ground. I'm gonna really focus on lower body because we tend to be a little bit more sore there, or a little bit more tight there, I guess I should say. Since we have the band right now, I'm gonna start here on hamstrings. I'm gonna take it on back. One leg's is gonna be straight. The other leg, I'm gonna wrap this around my heel. Take it up to the ceiling. Now I can easily pull my leg closer to my face. Like I can bring it pretty close to my face. But when I did that, I let my hips come off the ground, and I want both of your hips, your booty, press it down to the floor. Your belly button is to the ceiling. It shouldn't start twisting, okay? So belly button to the ceiling. Also, this knee, I don't want it to be bent. If I bent my leg, I can bring that leg really far. I want this leg to be straight. Lock it. Put this, if you have shoes on, it almost makes it easier because it kind of stays right there in that arch. Press the back of your knee straight. Pull this towards you. Just hold it. You should feel the back of your leg firing. Your hamstring is probably feeling super tight. Behind your knee, you had no idea that there was that many nerves and nerve receptors back there, and that you could be that tight behind your knee, I'm sure. Think about letting your toe come even closer towards you. So instead of having your foot press this way, let your toe fall towards you. I actually could probably do this right here, and if I flex my foot that hard, it still hurts. So we're not as focused on bringing our leg towards us, more so doing it correctly. Now with that same leg, I want you to bring it across your body. So not to the opposite side, but you're gonna bring it across your body, and you should feel it in a whole different way down the side of your leg. It's actually like your IT band that goes from your knee all the way to your hip. It's probably one of the tightest areas on my body, partly because it's a very hard muscle group to stretch. And then what I like to do here is with my foot, I let my foot fall. It's kind of like think of like a broken ankle. And now I just got this whole new sensation down the side of my calf. Not really my calf, I guess, but it's right there down the side of your leg. Oh man, take it back to the middle. Flex that foot. I want you to bend it and straighten it. Bend it and straighten it. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 more. Good, let's cross our body 1 more time. A little further this time. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Press that knee straight. Relax, take a deep breath. Breathe it out. All right, let's switch legs. Oh yeah, that felt good, huh? All right, other leg is straight on the ground. You can now opt to have it bent. You're just not gonna get quite as much of a stretch, but if you're already feeling this like crazy, by all means, prop that leg up, bend it, okay? All right, so flex that foot. That means your toes are coming towards you as opposed to pressing your toes to the ceiling. It's just gonna get that back of that knee, your hamstring a little bit extra. I'm not always an extra person. I like to be extra sometimes, especially in my workouts. Press that knee straight. Maybe some of y'all are extra people. I have a lot of extra friends. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. Press that knee straight. All right, now I'm gonna take it across my body. So it's going across your body. That knee is still staying straight. I tend to want to bend my knee as I cross it. Keep it straight. Think about keeping your hip bone down to the floor, stretching that IT band. Oh yeah. Now for that little extra, drop that leg or that foot, let your ankle roll in. Ow. It's like if you roll your ankle, this is what it does. And you should feel it on fire, just firing up that sensation right there down the side of your leg. Take it back up to the middle, bend that leg, press it up. Bend it, press it up, straight leg. Nice job, and let's cross it 1 more time. Take that deep breath in. And breathe it out. You want to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. All right, I'm gonna put that down. I'm actually gonna grab under my heel of both feet. So I'm grabbing my heel. Your hips are probably gonna try to kind of tend to lift as you grab your heels. If you can reach your heels, and if you can't, you can just grab like your ankles or grab where you can here on your lower leg. But if you can grab your heels, and then think about pressing your elbows down to the floor. Therefore, you're pressing your knees down towards the floor. And you maybe even pull your heels a little bit more together. And you're gonna feel such a strange stretch, kind of in your inner thighs, but a little bit different than most inner thigh stretches target, or what they end up stretching. And you also probably just felt like, holy cow, all of a sudden my back pain's gone, or like my back feels way better than normal. That's how I feel. I'm like, who knew this took away all my back pain? So think about pressing your elbows down to the floor. So your knees are going down to the floor. Keep pressing your heels towards each other. Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna cross one leg over, okay? And I'm gonna pull, you can pull either knee wherever you can reach. Sometimes I actually feel more of a stretch if I pull this top knee. It's gonna work a little bit differently. And you're gonna feel this all through that glute. So the leg that you're pulling, that whole glute you should feel. If you don't feel that as much, grab the other knee, whether you grab the knee or you can grab your hamstring behind that leg, pull that towards you. And now you might feel this leg a little bit differently. You can also use your elbow to press into your knee, and voila, a whole nother stretch. So it's kind of like we got a 3-in-1 here. Most of them are targeting the top leg that's bent, all in that glute and hip area. You tend to feel it where you're the most tight. And then what I like to do is actually, I know this is kind of an odd position, but then take my leg that's on my top leg that's bent and bring that foot towards the floor. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Go back on up. Find the stretch that you like. Let's hold that for about 10 more seconds. All right, let's switch legs. So cross the other leg on top. So again, you can pull the top knee towards you. Look at that glute. You have as much turnout with your knee, but you are going to get that glute really good. Or you may opt to grab the lower leg, top or bottom, and you might press your knee, use your elbow, press your knee out to the side. I'm not nearly as tight on this side as I am on my other side. And then again, I like to bring this foot kind of towards the floor as I cross that knee over. I feel that all the way rotating to my back and still getting that glute. All right, let's hold it for 10 more seconds. You pick how you want to stretch this. 10 seconds. Deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. All right, one thing I like to do just as a little bit of mobility is get into this position. So both knees are bent. Okay, I'm kind of making that diamond shape. And we're just slowly gonna rotate to the other side. Just go back and forth a couple times. Maybe this is easy for you. Some people, this is probably really a struggle. And when I get to the bottom, what I like to do is kind of think about pressing my hips or my booty down towards my foot, and I feel that just all in here, okay? So it's just a really good mobility stretch, because that's what's so important, is to be able to get into different positions safely, most importantly, okay? All right, good. Let's do a quick little upper body, and then we're gonna do one more lower body. So while we're down here on the mat, on your knees, okay, I want you to reach those hands in front of you. This is like a cat back stretch. I'm reaching my hands in front, and I'm thinking about pressing my armpits down to the floor while my hips are kind of lifting to the ceiling. So armpits to the floor, press it down. And then take one arm and you're gonna shoot it through. Now you're stretching that shoulder, the arm that's through, you're stretching that shoulder. You might even look through and you'll get a little bit of upper body rotation in your spine. Or upper back rotation, I should say. All right, other side. I'm gonna shoot it through, still pressing down. And now I'm gonna look through and try to rotate that upper part of my spine a little bit more. All right, good. Last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna stretch out that hip flexor. Most of us have super tight hip flexors and maybe even have zero idea. So I'm gonna take one foot in front. What I wanna think about is tucking my booty under. It's so important to tuck that glute under and not have your booty out and also not turn your hips, but tuck it under. And I'm gonna press my left hip forward. Okay, I'm just gonna hold this right here. Press it forward. And I just want just a few small, easy pulses, not bouncing, just nice and easy, pressing it forward. And then for a little bit extra, you're gonna take that arm, reach it to the ceiling, and lean sideways. If you're able to stretch far enough, you could have your bottom hand on the floor. You might not be able to reach that far, and that's okay. Let's do that one more time. So I'm gonna reach it sideways. You should feel that going down your spine, but also or not your spine, excuse me, your oblique, all the way down that side in your oblique. But that hip flexor should go like, holy cow, so much extra stretch just by leaning, okay? All right, we're gonna do the other side here. So other leg forward. This time. Tuck that booty under, press that hip forward, okay? I'm just gonna hold it right there, pressing that hip forward. Tuck that booty under, pulling your belly button in, press it forward, and then a few just small, easy pulses. Nice and easy. And then I'm gonna reach that arm up, so I'm reaching away. If your hand can reach towards the floor, do it. Just hold it for a few seconds. Come back down, let's do that again. Stretch and reach. Should feel this all the way down that hip flexor, a little bit into your side, but again, we're focused more on the hip flexor right now. Just give me one more like that. Stretch it over. Press that hip flexor forward. Tuck your booty under. Good, all right. I lied. I said that was the last one. Give me one more thing. Feet out. I want to get really low in like a sumo squat, really low. Reach down to the ground. Straighten those legs, roll it up. One more time, sumo squat. So get really low here. Reach those hands to the ground. Straighten those legs, looking back. Slowly roll it up. Now we're done. Thanks for joining for the stretching routine. I hope you guys love that and can incorporate at least parts of it. You don't have to do it all at once, or maybe on your rest day you can do the whole thing. But I'm so glad to have you guys as part of the God Ordained Fitness Community, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, y'all.